Bum, bum, bum.
Hello.
Woo! Welcome to the Blaze the Lion podcast.
Woohoo.
I am your host, Blaze the Lion. I have a co-host. My co-host is
B drove.
hey,
D time.
yes,
I was trying to do the Blaze of Line thing, but I don't know, it didn't work out.
no,
Your
not
own
really.
thing. You're unique.
Indeed,
Yeah,
yes,
you're
we
right.
have
You're right.
B,
Unique, the weird one. Okay.
B drove Iceberg. Brandon Ty is my co-host.
Yeah.
And for tonight's guest, we have, too soon. Before we get into that, we would like you watching on Facebook, watching on YouTube, watching in the basement, in the back alley, watching in the courthouse. I don't know, wherever you're watching it, we on. All right, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share. Click that button, share. Share me with your friends. Share me with your spouse. Well, like the podcast. Don't shit. Okay. Woo.
That was a
Off
close
to
one.
a
That was a
yeah,
close one.
like off to a left start already. Usually it doesn't go left until like 30 minutes in, but
30
hey,
seconds in and it already went left.
yeah, indeed. It's okay though. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a damn friend about the BLAZETHELION podcast. Yes, indeed. Also, if you love what you see and you want to be down with the movement, with this movement, bringing you guests like this, you can give me your money. Give it here. All right, we have the link below on anchor.fm/BlazeAlign/support, and you can contribute, be a part of this movement. All right, all the way from $1 a month to $10 a month. Or if you want to give more, I can give you my cash app. You can just, throw them dollars, throw them racks. All right, enough of that. So I would like to say I am grateful. Today is a day that I realize how grateful I am, how blessed I am daily, every day. But in life, sometimes we get caught up in our own insecurities, our own fears, and our own struggles, and
Definitely.
all this other stuff. And we don't realize that we have so many blessings. We have an array of blessings right in front of us,
Yeah.
right in front of us. So make sure you take time today to say thank you. All right, to walk in gratitude. It works. There is power in operating in gratitude. So, well, I know you all came to listen to me and watch my rough face give you all the humor and all the gems. But maybe, just maybe, you came to watch Bedro make a fool of himself. That could be a reason.
That's just me acting
Could that
normal.
be?
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. That works too. Or maybe you're really here for my guests. Maybe you are brand new to the podcast and you've never seen my podcast. This is your first time watching. I still say thank you. I still say welcome because tonight's guest is an entrepreneur. This month's theme is entrepreneurship. So
Woohoo.
I had to bring you another business owner.
Yes.
All right. This is someone who has been in business for 40 years, believe it or not. No, I was thinking that would kind of fly. It would. All right. Maybe not 40 years. Yeah. This is a rough crowd right here. These jokes are not landing.
Are there any comments? Because I guess please.
They are saying yikes right now.
Appropriate.
They're like, hurry up.
As
Can
you
you
were.
just introduce it? All right. Tonight's guest is a entrepreneur. She is a business owner. All right. She is a makeup artist. She is a esthetician. She is somebody who has a good head on her shoulders. She's actually someone that I've seen grow up. I remember just the other day, I used to hold her and rock her. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with the jokes. Well, I've known her for quite some time still, and
Definitely.
I've seen, yes, right, and I've
Yes.
still seen her grow up, right, from not crawling, but maybe walking slow to now sprinting her way through this business arena. Somebody who is focused, somebody who has found her passion, somebody who is walking in her purpose at this young age. Yes, indeed. Someone who is making legal money. One time for making legal money. All right, that's so popular, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Mr. Famous.
It's funny that I bring up legal, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who is also a dancer, who I think is still dancing. Just somebody who is getting it, all right, who really gets it and who is focused on making a difference. As business owners, we'd like to think that it's about us, but it really isn't. Once you get into business, you realize that it's not about you.
By your clients.
Mm-hmm.
About the people you help.
Mm-hmm. The people you help. See that? Mm-hmm. Indeed, indeed. So tonight's guest is none other than, I'm going to butcher this name. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up.
Let's hear
All right.
it. It's been butchered many of times.
All right. I am A1 with the butchering. Tonight's guest is none other than, trumpets, please. Drum roll. Yeah. None other than Emily Arroyo. Hold on.
You're like right
Emily. Wait. Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
You're right there.
All
You're
right.
right there. You're on the right boat.
Tonight's guest is none other than Emily Arroyo.
Yes, you did it. You did it. I'm so proud of you. Yes. High five.
Thank you.
Yep. You did it. You did it.
I feel so much better now. All right. So I gave my introduction about you.
Yes.
So share with the people a little bit about yourself. Welcome to the pod.
Yes, thank you so much for that introduction. It really did mean a lot. It means a lot for viewers to be here, to hear me out, to watch me, to view you as well. And Brandon, thank you guys for welcoming me. My name is Emily, as Blaze said. My business is ELA Beauty with 2 I's. And I am just a couple of months in. Now, you may think, oh, she may not have a lot of knowledge, but I do. And I've learned a lot over these past couple of months, especially this whole pandemic and COVID motivating me to do something I love to do. As Blaze said, I am a dancer. I've been a dancer since I was 7 years old. I used to just do hip hop until I became a part of a company that I started doing ballet, jazz, contemporary, and everything else. So I'm a well-rounded dancer. I don't do it as much just because I am adulting and we all have to adult. But it is very, very deep in my heart. And this is kind of how this business kind of got to be, because due to COVID, I wasn't able to dance as much. It was on virtual. It wasn't my cup of tea. And I do makeup. I used to do makeup I still do, for the company that I used to dance for. And I decided to get licensed for it. I don't only do makeup, I do facials, I do body waxing, I do a couple of things along with my makeup specialty. And that's how I decided to make this a business. I am licensed, I am legal, I can go and do something for myself that nobody's gonna have to question. I invested my time, my energy, and everything into it. So I decided to make it known. And this is where I'm at right now. I just
She's here.
graduated. Yeah,
She's
I'm
here.
here.
In the building.
I also just graduated college with my AA in criminal justice and psychology. I'm taking a little break from it just to make sure what I want to do is that. But I use psychology every day. I use psychology in myself. I use psychology in my clients. I use psychology in the people I talk to at the store and leave. Psychology is with you all the time. It's how you communicate. It's how you show emotion. It's how you show feeling. And that's definitely what I do for my clients. That's my goal. My goal is to have them be able to relax and rejuvenate from their day and kind of leave their struggles and worries outside the door, come into my room, have a nice, peaceful 45 minutes if it is, and leave out of there peaceful and with a different mindset. So I definitely do use what I've learned in college in my business, and I do make that known. So that's a little bit about me.
Nice. All right. So you said you were dancing from 7 years old.
Yes.
I think you were in middle school when I first met you.
Yes, I think I was like around 8th grade. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like 14.
Well,
Yeah.
old. Now I feel old.
Yeah, now
All
I
right.
feel old too. I was like, wow, I was just in middle school yesterday.
Oh man. All right. So that passion for dance, where did that come from? Was somebody in your family dancer, or just have you always been around music or
Definitely that. I've always been around music. I'm actually the youngest, so I've always had older people around me, whether that be my aunts, my siblings, my cousins. We were always dancing. We were always making choreography that, we just thought was fun. And yeah, I decided to join a group, and we prospered that until, I went my separate ways and I advanced my dancing skills. But I've always loved to dance. I've always had rhythm. No one specifically in my family has been a dancer, but we
or
all
no
love
one
to
has
dance
rhythm?
and have no. We have rhythm. We have rhythm
Oh,
from my
okay.
mom's side. We have rhythm. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, we just love to dance. We're Latin. We kind of like have it in our soul. So yeah,
Not all Latin people can dance.
that's true. That's
It's
true.
very true. Not all Black people can dance, right, B?
Right.
Shots fired.
Wait, you trying to say me, bro?
Shots fired.
I was like gonna agree with you, but I was like, wait, you trying to say something?
Damn.
Damn. Okay.
Nah, I
mean,
just figured
look.
that you would know.
I mean, look, I definitely can't dance professionally because that's what Emily does, right? I mean, I can do my little two-step, and just, bop a little
Yeah,
bit. Like,
but the shoulders, the shoulders do a little something. The shoulders do a little something.
let me do a little dance lesson at the end, but
Blaze is like, no.
Nah, we didn't do it.
No.
Nah. All right, cool.
Oh my god.
For somebody who wants to dance, who struggles with dance, like say B, what's a basic move to kind of get them started? She's like, I ain't coming here to go talk about that.
Yeah, right.
I would definitely say a box step.
What's a box step?
What's his box step?
It shows you some coordination. with your feet, but it's just like a crossing of your legs back and side. So you just step forward, back, and back to the middle. So just that.
Oh, like bum, bum, and then back to the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very simple, but it shows your feet, you know, it shows coordination in your feet. And you can always add a little bounce to it, whatever you want. But, you know, I would definitely say just that.
You can do like a doggy to it.
Yeah, exactly. You see,
or like do a roll too.
it. Yeah.
Hey.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
you did mention though that you started off with hip hop, but then you started getting into ballet and other dances. What is your favorite type of dance? And please explain like professional dancing, right? Like, does that mean you do performances? Does that mean you teach people? Like, what does that all entail? I mean, and again, I know that's like in the
no, definitely. No, but it does make sense. Okay, so my favorite dance type of dance is hip hop or jazz. Those two.
Okay.
Just because it's more sassy, it's more powerful. When it comes to ballet, you have to be very uptight, very, you know, like all your lines. Contemporary is very emotional. And for me, since I was hip hop for so long, it was kind of hard for me to break out of that like structure of being so hard hitting. You know, like in contemporary, I actually have to be like melting everything and feel, and you know, I just didn't want to like go all gangsta on them. You know, you can't do that. So definitely finding that balance. Exactly. So that's why I personally love hip hop and jazz and all of that, because you can kind of show your attitude and your style. I did teach. I actually have some experience teaching and putting on a production. Yeah, with some help, but we definitely did it together, and we made this huge summer production with kids. Yeah, so it's a little bit harder because they're children and their attention span is a little bit different. You know, you definitely
What
have
ages?
to be patient. The smallest I think was like 5, and the oldest was like 14.
Okay.
So definitely a range, and all of the ages in between. So definitely, you know, making sure that the little ones didn't feel discouraged or overlooked, and making sure that the older ones weren't trying to be over their age. So being very age appropriate, and just making sure that they all had fun doing it, because that's what really matters, you know. Especially being a technical and professional dancer, you have to go in the space knowing that they are not technical and professional dancers. So really being patient with them and understanding that sometimes they may get frustrated and sometimes they may not get it on the first time you teach it. And they may forget it. It goes through one ear, not the other. But making sure that they know consistently this is their goal. Their goal is to perform on stage and show their parents that they learned something new, something that they may now enjoy since the camp was our goal. And I think we definitely reached that. So definitely teaching. I've taught the smallest of 3 and the oldest of when I was back in high school. So like 17, 18.
Wow.
Okay. So could you spot, would you be able to watch a dancer briefly and know what kind of dancer they are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yep.
So what kind of dancer am I?
I think you're like a hip hop. You're like, you're like getting all into it. Yeah, exactly.
That's
shoulders.
That's how BLAZETHELION's kickboxing classes be going, huh?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
He's like, it's not funny. Cut it.
Yeah, I'm about to mute you, bro.
I'll mute myself. Don't worry.
All right. So moving along. So Emily, from that dance background, why not study dance in school? Why not pursue that?
Yeah,
why
definitely. That was always a good question. So many people have asked me that, and it's hard. The dance industry is very, very competitive. And I just didn't see myself. How can I say this? I love dancing. I do. I just find it more of like a clearing my mind and like doing something I enjoy than actually going out and doing it professionally.
The art and the business is different.
Yeah.
And
And I
everything.
fell more in love with the art than the business.
Got you.
You know?
Totally get you.
So that's mainly why I didn't study dance, but why I studied psych. Just because the emotional part that dance gives you and the way you're just able to release any like frustration or anything that you may have, like for you, Blaze, it may be going to the gym or training somebody or doing this or doing that, you know, or Brandon, whatever your kind of Zen moment is and how you kind of just come back to your senses. That's how dance was for me. Especially me doing that throughout middle school, throughout high school. Like those were the more like important grades and times where I kind of needed something to like, okay, school was tough, but you know, now it's let's focus on this. So definitely that is what was more important to me than being out in the world and, you know, booking jobs and booking this, which is great, which is awesome. And I applaud everybody who does it. But it takes a specific kind of person to like really be able to go out and like, just lash themselves out to, you know, the business. So.
Right. B, they're asking you to come to class. So you got Sue saying that you should come to class. You know, you've never come to my class.
You've asked me for 6 years. I never come to class. But
I think it's been like 16 years.
In fairness, right? Every time I look at Blazer's Instagram, his class is jam-packed. So I'm like, I don't want to take somebody else's spot.
We're in COVID now, so it's not jam-packed anymore.
No, it had nothing to do with that. It's just,
no excuses.
All right, I'm gonna come. Okay, that's cool. Sign me up. Emily, you gotta go too then. If I'll go, if Emily goes, be in the front and teach everybody how to move and have that rhythm, and then we go from there.
Okay, say less. One's class.
Whoa, see that? You heard it here. All right, let's do that. Let's get set up. Boom. All right. So now, as a business owner, what prompted you to start your own business?
So definitely me investing money into what I love. I saw my potential. I saw what I can offer. And I decided if this is what I want to do, even if it's just like on the side or, you know, just like a little, you know, hustle money or whatever it may be, to do it. Like I said, COVID didn't discourage me and motivated me to do better and motivated me to understand that you need something else to fall back on. And it motivated me to follow what I like to do and what I love to do. So that definitely is what encouraged me to make my business and to keep growing. Even though, you know, like due to COVID, some people are still skeptical about coming to, you know, salons and spas, which is completely understandable. But for the ones who were like, you know, like, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? You know, you have so much potential. You should reach for it. You should do it. Right. So I definitely grasped more onto that and was like, you know what, we may be in a time of agony, of, you know, just looking at four walls the whole time. And let's just go out and do something that we love to do this time. So that's definitely what motivated me.
Where is your business? Like, are you in a salon? And then like take the people through the process of like getting, you know, their self did up and, you know, looking good. Like,
yo, can you not dance though when you talk?
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
He's like,
we talk about
like,
dance
and I'm like,
we be doing, you know,
like you voguing or something. Nah.
He's like, show me how.
Show me how I get this looking right. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing right here.
Definitely. So my business is located on Davie Road Extension. So I'm located in Davie, not too far. I You walk in, it is a hair salon. So you have other services that are brought to you once you open the door. But once you go in, my little studio and salon is towards the back. And once you go in, all white, spa feeling, you're in your Zen moment. Put your bags down, you get on the bed, whatever you're here to get done, whether that's a facial, whether that's waxing, essential oils are going through, you're smelling all these different scents, and you're just more in a relaxed mode. There is some music going on, very low. How was your day? How are you feeling today? What are your goals today? So definitely all of that is what's brought to the table.
So I don't think anyone's ever asked me about my goals, like for a service.
Yeah. And it's important because, and you know, sometimes you may just know the person's goal, like, okay, they came to do this, so they want their eyebrows to look this way. But definitely when it comes to makeup, I like to do trials. I like to make sure what I have is fitting for the person. I like to make sure that they leave with an eyeshadow look that they wanted, their eyebrows the way they wanted them. So definitely always keeping the client's goal in your mind is important, because if not, they're not going to come back. They're not going to be happy, or they're going to be like, it didn't really, you know. And hey, sometimes the appointment may not go the way you want it to go, but always ensuring the client that, hey, you know, let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need a quick, you know, tint on your eyebrows. Let me know if anything happens, or, you know, if the service, let's say if it's a brow lamination, which is a perming of your eyebrow hairs. If it's kind of not being the way you want them to be, come back and we can do a retouch. You know, and definitely just throwing that out there makes them want to be like, okay, she's willing to work with me. Okay, she's willing to make sure that what I want is going to happen. So that's really important. And that's what I like my business to be, you know, just a goal setting and positive environment.
So do most of your clients come in with the expectations of saying, hey, I'm going to let Emily just do what she does best, figure me out? Or are they like telling you their goals like specifically in detail? So it's like, this is exactly what I want, and this is what you need to do. Like, what do you find? Is it like a 50-50 balance? Is it more just like, hey, this is kind of what I'm thinking, but just like, you're the artist, you figure it out?
Right. So it's definitely a 50-50. You will have clients that come in and they're like, okay, this is what I want for makeup. Can this be blended? Can this be that? Can this happen? Can you fix this? Can, you know? So you definitely know, okay, this client is, you know, sticking to an image or sticking to a picture of, let's say, an eyeshadow look, you know? And some clients may be like, honestly, I don't know what I want. This is kind of my go-to. Just do whatever you do. You know, just make me look good, you know? So definitely knowing how to read somebody's energy and how they come out to you. And it's like, okay, so I can do a little, you know, freehand today. Or, okay, no, today I really need to stick to a picture. You know, so definitely understanding both of those sides is important. And I think I've learned that over the years of doing makeup. I've been doing makeup for about 4 to 5 years now on other people. So I've definitely learned throughout those years of how to understand somebody when they come with a picture, or if they just say, hey, just do you, you know? So definitely a 50-50.
Have you ever had clients who walk in and you can assess them and you're like, they need this, they need that, but what they're asking for is like the total opposite?
Right. Yes. But I try to talk them through it. I try and be like, hey, you know, like maybe, you know, we're going to do this today, but I'm thinking maybe we can do this also, just so we can, you know, assess a different area, you know, and I just bring it out to them. Or even if they're a little iffy about doing something too, because, you know, sometimes people may be like, I don't know if it's going to look good on me, so I kind of don't want to do that. I want to do this. Just working with them, be like, hey, you know, like, no, we can do it. Like, we can even, let's just try it out. Let's try and see. And if you don't like it, then you let me know. But if you do like it, now it's something new that you know that you like, you know? some clients are just a little questionable about certain things, especially all these new things coming out in the esthetician world where it's like, okay, we perm this, we, tattoo that. And, like, it's just so many different things every day that is new about the esthetician world that some people are just like, well, is this going to last? Is this going to, they have so many questions. So definitely walking them through and making sure that they know, like, listen, we don't have to, but if you want to and when you're ready, you can.
Right.
Right. So that's really, really important.
Right. So question,
Mhm.
if you're able to look at someone and like assess them,
Mhm.
like how would you fix B?
Well, I will first start with a facial and a cleansing and exfoliating of the skin. And yeah, I'll just give him a more.
Wait, let me zoom in on his
glowing-
face so everybody can see what you're talking about.
And look, couple blackheads, right?
Yeah, we can take that out with my tool.
Okay, cool.
We can even put some nice little, we can comb your eyebrows. We can put some beard oil on your eyebrows, make them nice and shiny and moisturized.
Beard oil?
Yeah. I have that for men who
I don't
come
got no
in
beard.
for facials. Yeah, but you can still moisturize eyebrow
There's
hair.
that shadow. Oh, okay.
Wait, so this is a good question though. I mean, no,
Mhm.
not that part of fixing me. Like, damn, I'm feeling. I'm like, so. Anyways, let's keep going. No, but real talk, and this is something that, like, so I've never gone into a salon or a.
Clearly.
Have you? No, so that's
Yes. I have had a facial.
Oh no, you have not.
Yes, I have.
When?
Not recently, but I have.
It's like
I
5
did.
years ago.
Like 5 or 6 years.
No, this is a real question because, and I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but like, I'm like, yo, how am I gonna look this rolling up, in a salon? Like, yo, can y'all hook me up with a facial? Like,
yeah,
I feel a little awkward. I'll be real with you. So, like,
no, definitely.
What do you tell guys or people just in general that might feel awkward just to like walk in and do that? Because real talk, I've kind of always wanted one, but I've just never felt comfortable walking in.
That's the truth coming out now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Don't judge me, but this is real. No, I'm serious.
No, it is. And I've definitely had, people be like, "Oh, you do men?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do men." Like, men like to take care of their skin too, just like how they like their hair a specific way, or like men like to take care of themselves just as much as women do. And I'm gonna say one thing: a hair salon also cuts men's hair.
True.
I had a guy walk in today, and he was a family member of somebody, and I was like, "Hey, how are you? How can we help you? Oh, you're here for her? Okay, she'll be here any minute." And it was full-blown men. It's totally normal. I've done men. I've done just as much as I've done men. I've done women more, but it's just because of that same reasoning as you're giving, Brandon. They're insecure about it. They don't know how to come in and just be like, "Can I get a facial?" Yeah. They're like questioning it, like, "Is that normal? Can I get my skin cleaned?" And it's completely normal, and I would, for my business, I would like to normalize that a little bit more.
You should.
And that's why I've been doing, I try and get guys like, let me just get some, some graphics at least, or some photos so I can promote that, that I got beard oil for men. I got, stuff for men. So when they come to me, they feel like, okay, this is normal for us to get a facial done as well, or to get our eyebrows, fixed up, cleaned up, because some of them just don't like to get them bladed in the barber, so it's a different kind of hair removal. So, like, everything's different for females and males, and normalizing that is my goal. So I do men. So if you want a facial, let me know.
Yo,
He does.
Yes, I do. Like,
yes.
I'm saying that right here. There is a stigma straight up. And so I've never been like known who to really ask. I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to, chill. But I'm not going to speak on behalf of all men, but a lot of men feel this way. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
They're like, yo, I'll go to a barber will line you up. I was like, yo, that pretty much could get done in the salon. But like, it's just like, no, but I got to go to a barber because that's what, I get all
right. That's where men go.
That's where men go. So
women go to hair salons.
Hair salons, men go to, exactly.
Right. But and there's never been like a mix,
Never.
you know, and I feel like it kind of needs to be, you know, because then women going to a barbershop, let's say, because they want their side of their head, you know, nice and taped up and with the design, that's totally normal. It's what the person wants. It's what the person likes. It's not about how normal society makes it. It's about just what you want and what service you want, you know, and definitely finding somebody who wants to do that for you and is comfortable doing that for you is also hard to find, which is kind of sad. You know, like some women are like, no, I don't want to do men. Like, I don't want to.
Right.
Like, why? They're humans. They're people. Like, they just want their skin cleaned. Like, there's no big deal about it. But some people really do have a hard time even accepting male clients, which is unfortunate. You know, just like when barbershops sometimes deny, you know, women getting their taped or whatever they like, you know, in a barbershop. They just don't find it normal. You know, your norm is to go to a hair salon and your norm is to go to a barbershop. You know, there hasn't been an in between. But like I said, I definitely like to promote men. I have men on my page. You know, even eyebrow waxing. They just prefer it. It lasts longer. You know, there's different pros and cons to everything. So it's just definitely whatever you want is what the professional is supposed to give you. You know, that's supposed to be their goal. So definitely, you know, that also in the professional and you seeing that is going to make you more comfortable, you know.
This is enlightening.
Yeah.
If you need more models, B's ready.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Yeah, perfect.
I mean,
you can use them as your canvas.
I was gonna say it can't get any worse than this, so you know.
No.
All right, let me stop.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so in this job, right, you have dealt with various clientele.
Right.
To anyone who's thinking about starting their own business.
Yeah.
Because as you started, we're still in the midst of COVID, right? We're in this COVID season. So for you to start a business in COVID, I salute you on that because that's not easy. People are kind of quitting and throwing in the towel and, you know, so the fact that you had the courage to say, you know what, let's go. Let me get all my stuff ready. Let me get my, you know, so all my ducks in order and go for it. So for anyone who's watching this, who thinking about starting their own business, like what advice would you give to them?
If you are motivated to do it and you want to do it, but you're skeptical of with this whole pandemic, don't be. Because just as much as we're in this pandemic, we're battling life every day. This is just another thing thrown at us, right? And oh, okay, we have to wear a mask. Oh, okay, we have to stay away from people. Yes, but that doesn't mean that you should give up on something you find yourself really loving to do. Just because then you're going to be even more sad about it. Just as much as you're already depressed with all this going on, just by you giving up on what you love to do is just going to make you even more depressed or sad or however you feel, you know? I think now in this time, we all really need something we can just like find a release in or kind of just be like, okay, you know, my energy is to my client. You know, my bad energy needs to stay that way. You know, for anybody thinking or wanting to start a business, do it. There's no better time than to do it right now because in this world, we are being, you know, like talked to being discouraged of doing anything, right? Don't go outside. Don't, you know, go around people you don't really know because you don't know if are they positive or whatever it may be. You still need to live life. You still need to make something out of yourself. And if that's what you see yourself doing, do it. I used COVID to be a motivation to do what I wanted to do. I was doing school in the morning and going to beauty school at night. It's not impossible. If you really want to do it, put your mind to it and do it. take this as motivation and not a discouragement. Run with it. Don't run away from it, because if you keep running away from it, you're never going to do it. And if you keep just downing yourself about it, like, no, it's not going to happen, I'm not going to get clients, because it happened to me. I was like, I'm never going to make this. Like, this investment is just out the window, but we did it. I did it, and we're here, and we're prospering. You're investing little by little. It takes time. It takes patience. Don't give up so quickly. The more you just wait out the process and you trust the process, which is super important, the more successful you're going to be, so definitely taking it as a motivation and just trusting whatever your heart is telling you to do, and just running with it. Don't look back, just keep going, investing little by little. Don't, over invest and you be like, oh my God, there's just so much going on. Every time you make a little money, put a little bit of money to the side and invest in some more materials. You just it's baby steps. And once you get over, that big hill or that big gap, you're going to be like, this is the best thing ever. There's so much freedom in this. My schedule is how I want it to be, so definitely that. Run with it. Do it.
Yes.
So, like, obviously there's so many different factors that go into opening a business, right?
Right.
It can be discouraging.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I didn't realize it entailed so many steps. So what was like the pivotal point for you where you were like, I don't know if I could get over this. Like, I think this is where I'm just like, you know what? I gave it a go. This is not for me. But you were able to like persevere and get through it. Like, what was that like defining moment?
That defining moment was financially. Like I said, I was a college student. I was on a scholarship. The only money I had was what I saved from my stipends that were given to me. And definitely that, being financially educated, knowing that you need to save, knowing that, yes, you made money, but don't spend it all. Put it towards something that okay, if something goes south, you have that little money put away.
Yeah.
So definitely knowing that, hey, I'm still in beauty school. Why not make money by doing $25 facials? I'm still learning, but I need to start knowing and understanding by other people how their skin is, right? So I'm in beauty school. I'm not a professional yet. Let's do $25 facials, right? And then once you have a couple clients, you have a little money, you're like, oh, I can get this. Oh, I can get that, and that's what kept me motivated. Like, okay, I'm getting a few people. Yeah, maybe like once a week or twice a week. If it's a good week, maybe 4, and things started getting back to normal also, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, some competitions, some shows, some pictures were coming along. So people needed makeup.
Yeah.
And, yes, this is a pandemic. We need to be, 6 feet apart, whatever. But I still needed to make money. If I really wanted it, so I needed to make money, right? So I took it. I was like, yep, wear my mask, disinfect my hands, make sure, mom, stay over there. Let me do the girl's face, switch, rotate, however many I had. And yeah, that's how I got over that, finding different ways to make sure that what I'm going to invest in, I have the money for, and I made that, like, I need this. I'm going to work really hard till I can get that, but yeah, definitely financially, when I was like, oh my God, and this costs this much and that costs that much, is overwhelming, so not overthinking it too much. Like, you'll get there, be patient, so yeah.
You said something there that I think is so valuable and so many people miss, right? That you were still in beauty school. You didn't wait to get out to start what you were trying to do.
Right.
Because a lot of people think that, like, whether it's getting their degree or finishing trade school or beauty school, whatever it is, once they get out, they're automatically like at that level where they can charge like a ridiculous rate. And it's just like, no, like, that's a backwards way of thinking. It's like, no, start,
Small.
low. Yeah, like
Right.
get the clientele. And like, yeah, $25 is probably not what you're charging now, but like, or what you would charge in the future, but you got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
And build up that clientele and you got practice as well. And then as you continue through, maybe when you graduate, you like charge 50 or so, or whatever that,
Right.
definition was, but like you started from there. And I think a lot of people just have this ego about them where it's like, they graduate college, for instance, and they're like, okay, I need a career and I need to be making at least $50,000 or $60,000. And it's like,
Yep.
no, like,
Definitely.
yes, there's
Yeah.
certain careers you could do that, but for the most part, you got to start from the bottom, like,
Yeah.
work your way up, So like, I
Mhm.
love that you said that, because you were humble and smart enough to see that while you were still pursuing, getting your certificate or degree or whatever it was for beauty school. So that's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, definitely. No, and just to piggyback off of you, I definitely think that that's kind of where we're at right now in society. Like they're going to the biggest colleges, or they're going to these big places because, Harvard or Ivy, like all these Ivy League schools, they are guaranteed a wonderful degree, and from there they'll go to these big companies. Okay, they're an awesome college. I get it. I understand it, but just as much as, that college university may be valuable, a community college is just as valuable.
Yep.
And there's so many pros about community college that a lot of people kind of ignore because you're so like, no, I need to go to the biggest school, because sometimes their family went there, or their mom or dad graduated from there, whatever it may be. And for me, I wanted to stay local, and I'm glad I did, because look at where I'm at now.
Exactly.
Like, I have a business. I started off small and I just ran with it. I took all the knowledge here and there. I was patient with it. I didn't rush into things, but I didn't also just stay stagnant. I always wanted to grow.
Yeah.
Definitely not just being like, okay, I'm just going to stick to makeup. I'm going to be licensed and learn how to do facials and learn how to wax, but I'm just going to do makeup. No, you've learned all of this for a reason. So add that to your services. And little by little, as you're adding, you have accumulated all of this knowledge that you're just like, oh, wow, like I do know how to do all of this.
Yeah.
And maybe one day you just thought to yourself, no, I'm just doing a couple of things. I'm not going to be doing all of that. And you're there, making big bucks off of everything you've learned. So definitely keeping the growth and not being stagnant, just staying there is also very important too in building a business.
Love that. You're on mute, sir.
Yeah.
There it is.
That was on purpose. I want you guys to be more engaged. All right. Now we've gotten to the portion of the show. See, I almost said meeting. That's how much I've been on these Zoom and virtual platforms. But it's just like we're at this portion of the meeting. We're at this portion of the show where we talk about colors.
I love colors.
So, Emily, you are going to get sandwiched. You're going to get tag team. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, B will hit you off with the first color, then I'll go, and we'll go back and forth. So, you got to look both ways. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Remember,
Mr. Co-host.
There's no right answer. It's just the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
And since I'm drinking a beautiful lemon perfect, shameless plug, orange.
Orange. I think that's like my least favorite color, to be honest.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just don't like the shade of orange.
No vibe. Well. All right, Blaze, give her a better color than orange.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all. All right, here we go. Peach.
Summer.
Okay, summer's almost here.
Blue.
I just thought of the sky. I was in blue, the sky. Looking up now.
Right behind you, let's go with white.
White, spa, clean.
Oh. Okay. Yellow.
Smiles, happy.
My favorite color, actually. So,
yeah?
Yeah.
Since B is pointing to stuff like we're watching a children's program. Black.
Black. I will definitely say, like, when you clear your mind and, like, everything just goes, like, have you ever had that feeling where it's kind of, like, literally everything went black? But, like, a good black, like you needed, like, a moment black?
Not like an intoxicated black. Not like a blackout.
No.
I mean, I don't drink, but I was just thinking,
yeah, you just
like,
throwing it out
like,
there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, that's why I didn't get that reference he was saying.
No, I've never been blacked out, people. No.
I didn't even know what that is. Like, I didn't even know what that is. Anyways, moving right along. Red.
Red. Tomato sauce. Is that what you're holding?
oh my God. Do you have like groceries out?
I got my pantry open, so I got like a plethora of colors.
Oh my God, that was perfect.
So, wait, what'd you say for red?
Tomato sauce.
But
Italian food.
Come on,
Pizza.
that's what I'm holding up. Give me something else.
When you need to know that something is not in the right place.
Interesting.
So, you know, like when you really, really think about something and like a red flag pops up in your head and you're like, I need to think about that a little bit more.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, that went really deep.
Yeah, that was. I was like, yo.
Okay.
Have you thinking?
So my favorite color to you is a red flag. Goodness.
No.
You're a red flag.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm not by my pantry. So out here looking around for food like I'm gonna see something. There's nothing here. Like nothing for me to.
You gotta get creative, bro.
I do. So let me think. Here we go. It's not really a color, but we're gonna use it as a color since you got objects and stuff, props and stuff. Let's go with clear.
Clear. I think about clear when I need to like clear the space, like if I'm like organizing and I need certain things to just be like super clean and just like cleared of like any junk. You know, like when you go into a room and you're like, this is too much. Like this needs to go there. We need to get our life together. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, you're with me. You're with me. It's fine. Just stay over there, Blaze. Fine. Whatever. Yeah, but definitely when you like kind of just need to like clear everything and just reevaluate something and be like, okay, we can move. That's what I think when I think clear.
What do you do to clear your mind?
That's a good
Dance?
question. That's a good question.
Yo! And y'all expect me to go to that class? Like that?
Yes. I think, yeah, definitely that. Definitely dancing or just like listening to like a really fun like pop station or something, you know, just to kind of like ignore whatever's happening and just like be in my own zone. Definitely that. Or I really do like steaming my face with peppermint essential oil.
Okay.
One, it's a very good antibacterial for your skin and pores, but it just makes you feel like, okay, you know, like refreshed because it's minty. So I definitely like to do that.
You could get facials with different like
oils?
Like oils, like, yeah, like, oh, okay.
But okay, so the oil doesn't go directly on your skin.
Okay.
I use it with a steamer. And the steamer kind of just shoots out the scent of that oil. But different oils have different properties that help different ways of your skin, for your skin. So like tea tree, peppermint, and stuff like that can work as like an antibacterial for your pores and skin. So it definitely gives your skin a more of a glow and a refreshed kind of feel.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. I would love to get my face steamed.
Refreshed.
Yeah.
You make it sound so weird. Steam.
Yeah, you can steam me.
I'll put essential oils around my house, but I didn't know that could
Yeah.
be part of a facial, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can. It's actually very relaxing. It's like, okay. It's a different feel. Mm-hmm.
Yo, you're selling me on this. I'm like ready to like.
Yeah.
My appointment.
You're like, when's your next free appointment?
When's the next available? I'm popping right now. Just try to fit me in, you know, like. Okay, I found this. Let's go with green.
Green. Green. I think of green like a field.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can just like look and it's so pretty and like the horizon and stuff.
Serene. Okay.
Green.
All right. I'm going to go with brown.
Brown. Wood.
Yeah. I was gonna say I like my complexion.
No. Oh my God. You're so silly.
Wood?
I would think, because I'm a sweet person, like I love sweets, I would say chocolate.
Okay.
Brown chocolate. Yeah.
Milk chocolate, dark chocolate.
I like dark chocolate. Yeah. Milk is more on the sweeter side, but if I'm looking for a little bitter, dark.
Okay.
Yeah, like Blaze is more of the dark chocolate, and
yeah,
you know, and B is more the.
I'm like caramel,
yeah.
like with a hint of dark, right?
So you get like the best of both worlds.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you get the sweet, but then you get the bitter. I got it. Yeah, I feel you. Yep.
When you put it together, okay. Anyways, I think it's my turn.
Pink. Pink. I think of pink. Girly. Anything girly. Yeah.
Isn't that your color, B?
That's my second favorite color. What do you mean it's girly? Nah, yo, like pink.
No, not girly like that. I meant girly like you would think of like. How can I say this?
Girly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, well,
we're gonna normalize guys liking the color pink. We got this. It's fine.
You know what though? I will say, like the Miami Heat uniforms, like the Vice uniforms. I don't know if you guys watch it, but like that pink mixed in with like the black and the blue. That's kind of fun. Like
yeah. No, definitely. That's more of like a hot pink though.
Okay.
If you think of like a baby pink or like a rosy pink, then that's it's a little bit more like I think of like sparkles in like a little girl's room.
Right.
But if you're thinking hot pink, then it's definitely something loud and fun and yeah.
Yeah, I think the unicorns when I hear pink.
Okay.
Like merry-go-rounds and ballet. Carousels and ballets.
Wow, I didn't say ballet. Aren't you guys surprised? I didn't say
ballet.
Yeah. Ballet shoes are baby pink.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the tutus, right? Called tutus.
The tutus, yes.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Why you acting like you don't know what it's called?
I didn't know, man.
He's like, kind of, yeah. Is it not?
You know that tutu things, that
the thing you twirl around and you do the pirouettes in?
Yeah, that.
All right. So we're gonna give you one more color each, and then we're moving on because look at the time.
Wow.
Time is flying. Time is flying. So B said pink. I'm going to say my second favorite color.
Okay.
It's the color that many people gravitate to. It's the color that brings enlightenment. It's the color that breaks down strongholds. It's the color that unites families that were once divided. It's the color that gives vision to the blind. It's the color. See how deep I went right there?
Yeah, very.
You got me on the edge of my seat. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, what's the color?
what's the color?
Yeah.
It's the color that they love in this chat on the BLAZETHELION podcast. That color is none other than purple.
Purple. Oh my God. Fun fact, my room was plum purple for like a good solid 5 to 6 years. I love the color purple. Yeah. I think of purple to be very like motivated. Like you think purple, you're like a go-getter. That's what I think of purple.
What else?
Just give it all. Okay.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, definitely like a go-getter, a person who seeks their passion, seeks what they want, you know. And it's definitely like purple is a psychological color. They use it a lot for a lot of, you know, like anti certain things, you know. Purple can mean a lot of different things to different people. So I definitely see purple as like a good like highlight if you want to make something known. Or if it's really important, you know.
What would you like to make known?
That's a good question. I would like to make known.
I'll just dance while you're thinking.
Oh, yeah.
That it is important to give yourself self-care.
Hey.
That's something that needs to be known. And that it's okay to feel however you feel. You know?
How do you feel?
I feel happy.
Why are you happy?
Oh.
I am asking the questions.
Oh.
Damn.
You?
Why are you?
Yo, but
that wasn't a part of the agreement.
Hey, it's past my bedtime
you
anyway.
You didn't say that
I'm
I
out.
could ask questions.
It's so funny. Every single time, like, the podcast goes past 10 o'clock, it's like Blaze is like a different switch comes on. And it's like Blaze the line after dark. And anything goes. Yo.
Coming soon. That's actually in the making.
No, that's what's up.
No, seriously, that's actually in the making. I'm gonna create content to put people to sleep. So Blaze will be Blaze will be the last voice that you hear before you fall asleep. So I'll have some background music, some soothing meditation, neural manifestation music.
Okay.
To activate your brain waves
and
get you thinking.
Wow.
I don't know if they're ready. I don't think I'm ready.
I don't think I'm ready. I gotta prep for that. That's gonna be
played that off very well, though.
Take 78. Well. Here we go. I'm trying to get into my new bag, you know. Never know. All right, so I think it's Beast's turn. Final color.
Sorry. Damn. We went deep down that one. All right, last color. Let's do
make it good.
Gold.
Gold. You won. You did it. You're winning.
See, I lost in the beginning with
You
orange.
haven't even answered. How did he win already?
Because watch what she says.
How did I win? I won by accomplishing something that was very far-fetched for me. Cricket?
So I like your answer better for purple.
No, so I'm just thinking gold. I thought you were gonna expound on that, but I think you just like dropped the mic there. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. So I'll elaborate. Gold, I feel like, is a winning color. I feel like it's a color that highlights something that's important that's happened. Or that is, really good for you, let's say, for me, gold is like you're up there, you won, you did something for yourself that you really wanted to do that, maybe for yourself you didn't really see because you were so drawn towards something else, and something happened worldwide that you were like, you know what, I think I'm gonna have to fall on to something that I really love to do. So that is gold for me. That's precious. It's heavy. It comes with a lot of energy and time and exhaustion, but at the end it was all worth it.
Wow.
That's gold.
Wow.
See, even in defeat, I still win. For my last name is gold.
Had to find a way to make it about
You're
you.
right.
Like, she just said it so beautifully, man. I was like, wow. I've always seen gold as like a pristine color, and yeah, I like how you said with winning, because I mean, if you think about it, like any metals, like, or gold, it's gold, right?
Right.
Damn, like accomplished, and you won. Yeah, yo. Wow.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So we got two more things to talk about. So we spoke about, some of the ups and downs, the challenges, going for that risk, creating that business, following your passion. Well, I wanted to ask you, teamwork. Is there a supporting cast? Is there a teammate? Is there anyone behind the scenes who has helped you, who you have gone crying to, who you have gone venting to, who has helped to give you tips?
Yeah,
Any of that?
definitely. Yeah, of course. I definitely do think a support team is important. For me, they were always there right by my side, and hey, if this is what you want to do, let's do it. What do you need? What do we need to reach in order for your goals to be accomplished, right? You need a supportive group, because there are going to be times where you feel like you're alone, and they're the ones that are going to remind you, like, no, you're not, we're right here, like, and it's important for you to have positive people around you, because if they want to see you win as well, and they want the same goals as you and the same future as you, that's important, because you don't want people to set you back, you want people to push you forward.
Facts.
And I think it's really hard to find nowadays for people to help you, push you forward. I'm not saying it's something that you need to settle in, like, I need somebody to help me, or I need somebody to do this for me. You need to do it for yourself as well. But if you don't have a good supportive group around you, or even if it's just one person, to help you, get through tough times, or like you said, to vent to, or to cry to, whatever it may be. If you don't have that person, it's going to be a little hard. And, for in some cases, some people don't, and they make it, and they still do it, and they still win that golden prize, right? It's all about the process and how you made it there, with or without people. But if you do have people, you need to elaborate and evaluate and make sure that if they're by your side for a specific reason, and not just for the title. You get me? Because you can have people who are just like, yeah, like, she's my friend, or yeah, she's doing this, she's doing that, but don't support you. They're just saying it just so they can be, known with you. No, you're either with me, or you're not with me. You're helping me, or you're not helping me. If you're backing me down, no, bye. I have a goal. If you're not going to help me reach that goal, then you're not going to be in my circle. And like I said, that circle can literally contain one person. It can literally just keep revolving around you and that one person. Or it can be a good handful or a good group full. You don't know. But definitely, having a wonderful support group for me has been the biggest blessing. If I needed something, they were right there. If I needed some graphics or some pictures, they were there to be my model. And I think all of them are going to be like, yeah, we were here, the first time that Emily, gave her first facial or whatever it may be. And they're the ones, cheer me on. They're the ones who keep coming back, and it's not only my family or, my significant other. It can literally be my clients coming back to me every month, or always thinking about me. Hey, even if it's last minute, hey, I need you on Friday for something, and them just showing me like, okay, I'm getting people, I'm making money, I'm making, what I desire to be making, is also important, and yes, it's hard in the beginning because like I said, especially with this whole worldwide pandemic, some people are still skeptical even to go to someone's house or to a salon because there's other people there. But just, that those couple of people going into the salon and helping you out and giving you, what you deserve because of how good your service is, it's so much more appreciative to the professionals, so yeah, definitely my support group is beyond words. So
Nice. I wanted to ask you, so prior to you having a spot, were you doing house calls or were they coming somewhere else, or how was that working?
They were actually coming into my home. And that's where it kind of was a little like, for me, because that's my tranquility, that's my peace, that's where my family is. And just as much as they're skeptical about this pandemic, I am too. And I'm trying to make sure that my family is safe,
Yeah.
We all have working people in our family, So that was kind of hard because it was like, okay, yeah, you can come in. I may not know where you've been, but I need to make money. I need to pay this. I need to do this. So yeah, definitely. I was doing that. I was doing it out of my house. So that was kind of the biggest motivation for me to get somewhere, and have my own spot because I wanted a better environment for my clients, especially my monthlies. And just the continuous people that come to me for my services and support me. So I wanted to make sure that I show them like, listen, this is going to the next level and it's because of you guys, so definitely showing that was the biggest thing for me. And that's why I worked so hard towards it, so I can actually be someplace where I can give that same love back.
Dope. Awesome. Emily, I want to thank you again for sharing your time, man, sharing your expertise, sharing your passion, sharing your weird humor, but nonetheless, sharing it. In closing,
Yes.
is there any gems, any quote, any phrase, any short story, anything that you would like to leave our audience with? That's one.
Okay.
And then two, if there's anybody who wants to book you, who wants to come to you, who wants to be is ready. So I guess the second question would be, how can they reach you?
Yeah. So a few gems that I may want to leave. My biggest thing is just following your heart and doing what you love to do and making sure that, well, this is the biggest thing. A career is something you're going to be doing a long time, for your whole life maybe, or maybe it's just temporary or partial. But whatever you do with your career, you have to make sure it's something you want and understand that it may last a long time. So if you don't see yourself doing something long time, then that goes back to the same color as red, a red flag, right? You want to make sure that you're going to be happy with anything that you do, you know? And that's my biggest thing, is making sure that I'm happy doing what I love to do, and it doesn't feel like a job, it doesn't feel like work. And hey, some people love to work, whatever their career is, they love to do it. And if it's a 9 to 5 or whatever it may be, and they just enjoy, doing that, that's totally fine. It doesn't have to be a business. It can literally just be within your personal life or whatever you're doing right now. Make sure it's something that you enjoy doing. Because if this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, you're going to want it to be a happy rest of your life, right? Not like miserable or like, man, I wish I did this, and that's something that's really, really big too. No regrets. I went to college. I did that. I graduated high school. We did that. Went to beauty school, got licensed. We did that. We're having a business. We're doing this. Now, what's the next thing that's going to come up? So continuously growing and making sure that in every step of the way you've accomplished what you wanted and you kind of thought outside the box and did that too, is definitely something that's important. I want to ensure that at the end of my time, I did what I wanted to do. I did what I love to do, and it was an enjoyment. It wasn't it's because my degree says this. And I think that's like the biggest struggle nowadays, especially with my generation. And what I love that I see from the outside in is that we're finding different ways to kind of make money or make a living and make ourselves happy with doing stuff from home, because we've been doing this for over a year, doing stuff from home. And that's why my business started at home, and then it's now in a place, but we all have our specific areas where we start, and we got to understand that being patient with whatever our goals is, it's going to happen over time. No rush. There's so much time. And like I said, as long as you're taking every moment and doing what you want to do with that moment is important, because you don't want any regrets. You don't want to be like, man, I wish I did that back then. Man, I wish that, I did that when I was younger. No, you still have time to do it now. That's very important. So that's a few gems for me, to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you, Brandon, for having such a good atmosphere for me and welcoming me. I really do appreciate it. If you are interested in any of my services, my name is right there. My name is Emily, and this is my beauty page on Instagram. It does have an underscore at the end. So it is ELA Beauty with 2 Y's _. I think we can put that in the chat, right?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and put that in the chat. And on there, you will see some of my posts. Like I said, I just started in my salon recently. So everything is a process. We're trusting the process. So let me know if you guys are interested in any of my services. I do body waxing, facials. My facials are non-invasive. They're more of hydrating, exfoliating, cleansing with collagen or with jelly mask or whatever you guys want to do. I have it all. I do body waxing. I do brow laminations, which is perming of your eyebrow hairs, which is my recent post that I posted on Instagram. I do lash lifts using your natural lashes, no extensions. I do makeup. I do hair. I do hairstyling. I don't do color. And yeah, I do a little bit of everything. So if you're interested in any of my services, please let me know. We're going to try. Did you put it in the chat, please?
Yes.
He put it in the chat. You can find me on Facebook at Emily Arroyo. I'll say it. Arroyo, not Arroyo. Nice and fancy.
Arroyo.
You can find me on Facebook as well. And yeah, just let me know if any of you guys are interested in any of my services. I do have availability starting next week. Unfortunately, this week I'm booked. But by next week, I will have some availabilities, so you guys can let me know. Men, you are welcome. Okay? You are welcome.
You heard that?
Let's
Heard
normalize
that?
that. Men get
We can
facials. Men
go.
wax their eyebrows,
Yes.
okay?
I don't have to wear like sunglasses and like duck and like run in.
Yeah,
Like
we're just
I'll be
like,
walking.
I'm here for Emily.
Like,
No, you can be
yeah.
like this. I'm here for Emily. I'm ready.
I'm here for Emily.
But yeah, so yeah. Okay.
Sorry, too much. I know.
Doing too much.
No,
Doing
no.
too much.
I'm doing the most. I know.
Good. You're totally good. But yeah, so let me know. DM me. If you need to reach out to Blaze, so he can send you over to me. That works too.
Yes,
Whatever
yes.
it is, I am here for you guys. Thank you for your support, Blaze. Thank you for your support, Brandon. Even though we just met. Thank you guys for listening to me. I hope with whatever I spoke about, you grasped something. I know I'm young, but we all have something to share. And I thank Blaze again for allowing me, as young as I am, to come on this platform and just share my knowledge and my experience with you guys. So thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night.
Bomb. Look at that. Co-host, you got anything to drop on them?
Nah. Emily said it all. Like, she didn't have to say the young thing. Like, who cares about your age? It's where you are with your life and your mindset. Yeah. And your mentality is just so far ahead of so many people.
Right.
So like, honestly, that's why, like, you didn't have to say your age, because people like automatically look at that first. But like, if they hear you talk, you're like, damn, this girl's been in the business for 20 years. Like, she's killing it. Like, she must have the top salon. Like, that's the perception you want people to have. And like, just what you said made you feel like, like made you seem like that. So nah, that age thing, I ain't even with it. Like, you're killing it right now, and keep doing what you're doing. Like,
thank you.
Just remember to stay humble, people, and I didn't get to highlight this, like, when you mentioned it, but your circle, people will be in your circle when you pop it and you're hot, but when things are not going good, all of a sudden they leave. So the real ones will stay. So make sure the people that are close to you are there to support you.
Definitely.
Not there to bring you down, not there to, when things are not going good, be like, I told you so, and you should have followed me.
Or just throw it in your face.
Throw it in your face. Yeah. Like, either when I'm doing good, hey, that's amazing. You deserve it. When I'm doing bad, things will get better. Don't worry. Give it to God. Things will work out in your favor. That's the type of people you need. And if it's one,
then it's one.
It's done. But you always have God. So just always remember that. So
definitely.
That's all I got to say.
And you always have your own drive.
That's it.
That's the biggest point. Yeah, definitely.
Well said, co-host.
Thank you for that.
Well said.
Yeah. You see, he did have something to say. He had a lot to say.
He did.
I'm not all the way goofy. Like, I got a little bit of sense up here. Like,
no, but you were like, nah, Emily said it all. No, you had a whole bunch of add-ons. High five to you, Brandon. Boom. And what about you, Blaze?
Blaze the line, the host. You have anything partying thoughts?
Yes, I would just like to say that when I go see Emily to get my steaming facial, she sprays me with all these oils and stuff.
No.
No, that's not.
No,
that's not what I said.
No.
Okay.
But it's okay. Let's just have that as the the image, and then when it actually happens, you'll be like, wow.
Okay. So that whole wow, you all can witness that because I'll be going live as that process happens.
Woo!
So you can get the firsthand
steam.
The firsthand steamy experience as I dive in.
Yeah, definitely.
Face first, something.
Yo. You know what I mean? Like, I told you, after 10 o'clock, man, I don't know. He like derails. He like gotta like guide you back. Like, stay focused, bro.
It's in my head, it all makes sense and it's all organized. It's in folders.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes
Are
out,
they clear folders?
were you trying to be funny?
No. Because I mentioned organization with the color clear when you mentioned it. So I'm asking, is it clear folders?
It's a good question. Valid question.
I think it's a bunch of red folders.
Okay.
A whole bunch of
So
red
those are
flag
some that you may
folders.
need to reevaluate.
Yeah.
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 It's a work in progress. That's why I have this podcast, so I can vent to my guests and they can help me with my flags. Mm-hmm.
Those are important.
Yeah.
That's your circle.
Brandon Todd is right after the 10. What?
I just heard on
Right
Yep.
after the 10 freaks come out. Okay?
True.
The freaks come out at night. Well, before this podcast goes any more left, and I started getting text messages, I'm gonna cut my ties here. So, Emily,
Yes.
thank you again for being part of this movement, for just being down for it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? You've seen a few of the episodes, but guests who have come on here, it's a new experience. So some people are a little bit timid, some people are a little bit frightened, like, I don't know, what am I gonna say? But you are natural, man. You just flowed with it. Even with my fantastic, always to comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
That you just roll with the punches. So
Right.
it was a good time, like it was a good vibe.
Definitely.
And again, you shared your experiences, dropped some gems on them. So I want to show appreciation rather.
Thank you.
For you.
Yeah,
So.
thank you. And thank you for allowing me to do this. It was so much fun. I really did enjoy it. I love hearing Brandon's perspective, your perspective, So
look,
thank you for that.
My experience or anybody's experience is like what you displayed here. You're very welcoming, and you said you bring the psychology part, you'll talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
That would make me want to go, right? And if you have that, then that's what's going to make people want to keep coming back. So that, like, I saw a post on LinkedIn that said, like, customer service is like the most undervalued part of like a company. Like, it's like people think it's secondary. Like, that's actually should be the most important part.
Or like you do customer service.
Like
it's hard.
like
to like be nice and talk to people and like make them feel welcomed. That's tough.
It's tough, but guess what? That's what's going to make people come back.
Yeah. Definitely, because of the service.
Because their brand or service is so good, they'll never go anywhere else. They can't get this anywhere else.
Right.
And they're
no matter how far you may be, they'll still drive.
They'll go somewhere. Exactly. Because look, I go to my gym, and it's actually in Davie. It's close to probably where you are. I'm on Davie Road Extension too, and it's 25 minutes away from me.
Right.
But I love it so much, I'm willing to drive there.
Yeah.
Right? Blaze, I know you have clients that drive from all over, right, just to come and train with you. There's many trainers.
They drive from Orlando.
I don't know about all that, but they probably drive very far. Emily, like, I'm sure there's many other salons, but you always have your regulars come because of the customer service, of the way you make it there. So never forget that part, man. So many people and companies miss that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very good point.
Yes. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Thank you all again for your support in this movement, in this podcast. Remember, tomorrow, the audio will be available on all streaming platforms, or at least the major streaming platforms, from your Apple Podcast to Google Podcast, Spotify, and so on and so forth. All right, that'll be tomorrow. This is the last episode for this month's theme, which is entrepreneurship. So in June, we start community.
Ooh.
What's going on in your community? All right, so stay tuned for that. Peace and love, y'all. This was the Blaze the Lion podcast. Beard oil.
Beard
And
oil.
more beard oil.
Are we
And
still on?
peppermint mist. That is how we rock it.
Definitely.
Beard oil and peppermint mist.
Yeah.
There we go. We out, y'all. Love y'all.
Bye.
Peace.